Coach Rylan here again, and I've got another video coaching lesson for you today. What I want to talk to you today about is the one thing that is holding you back from getting toned and sculpted arms. Now this is something that most people are doing inadvertently, they don't even realize it, but it's probably the biggest myth out there, and that is the myth of spot reduction. I want to tell you this, as plain as day, spot reduction does not work. It doesn't. And you could spend years doing arm exercises and never see any difference, any change at all in your arms, because spot reduction just doesn't work, people, okay? So if you're not familiar with what spot reduction is, basically it's this. If you have excess body fat on your arms and you do exercises for your arms, it's not going to get rid of the body fat there. So that means, doing crunches isn't going to get rid of the fat on your abs. Doing, butt extensions isn't going to get rid of the fat on your butt. It just doesn't work because your body burns fat all over. It doesn't target one specific area to burn fat. They've been, spent thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars on research as to if this is possible or not, and it keeps coming back time and time again. It just doesn't work that way. So what that means for you is that if you're spending a lot of time doing exercises for your arms, so all of those machines in the gym and like cable pushdowns and all that kind of stuff, you're never going to get toned arms. In every other like DVD program or book out there that talks about getting toned arms and then all they give you is arm toning exercises, it's not going to do you any good. You need to focus on burning body fat from your entire body if you want to lose fat off your arms. I've talked about that before. But really what this comes down to is, okay, yes, you are going to have to do arm exercises, but what ones do you do? Well, you focus on exercises that are going to work, again, multiple muscle groups, not just your triceps, right? So you can spend an hour doing tricep exercises and it'll be a complete waste of time. But if you do exercises that not only work your triceps, but work your biceps, your shoulders, your upper back, your chest, and all of the muscles of your body, you're going to find that, first of all, you're going to cut way down on the amount of time that you actually have to spend working out, because you're doing exercises that work so many muscle groups at once. So instead of going from machine A, machine B, machine C, you do one exercise that covers all of those. You're going to cut down on your workout time significantly, at least by 50%, right? So that's kind of key number one. And the second part is that you need to really focus on doing exercises that are going to stimulate your metabolism, right? So that is going to burn body fat. When you stimulate your metabolism, when you have a high metabolism, your body wants to use fat as fuel, readily. It wants to burn up all that excess body fat and use it as fuel. And that just doesn't happen when you do isolation or machine type exercises. Okay, so ultimately that's great, but what do we do with this, okay? What you need to do is focus on exercises like what I talked about in the Go Sleeveless system, like the dual chair dips, which I mentioned in last week's video, band pull downs and kickbacks, exercises that are combining a bunch of different movements into one. And again, a lot of the stuff you're not going to be able to find just by opening up a magazine or flipping through a textbook. This is stuff that I've kind of developed on my own out of necessity, right? Because I was finding when I first started working with women and trying to get them toned arms, I was finding that the traditional exercises just were not working fast enough. Granted, some would work every once in a while for some women, but they would often take way too long. And if a lady came to me and she wanted to get toned arms really quickly, say she had an event coming up, like her daughter's graduation or something like that, or she had to wear a sleeveless dress for some formal event, we needed to get results fast. So let me give you some tips on what type of exercises you need to do then. First of all, one of the best exercises you can focus on, other than the ones that I mentioned, like the dual chair dips and the band pull downs and kickbacks, is something like a squat with a front arm raise, okay? A squat is a fantastic exercise for getting toned arms because your legs are such a large muscle mass. By doing squats, you burn so many calories, and those calories are actually going to melt off a lot of that extra fat on your arms too. Remember, spot reduction doesn't work, so we need to focus on exercises that are going to burn fat from your entire body. And that is a key premise in the Go Sleeveless system. We're not focusing on just trying to pinpoint fat loss from the arms, right? We want to lose fat from the entire body. Happy side effect of that is that you not only get toned arms, but the rest of your body improves as well. You're also toning all the other muscle groups in your body at the same time. So while you do get really toned and sculpted arms, as a really happy side effect, the rest of your body loses body fat, you tone up, you sculpt your entire body at the same time. So that is really one of the key important points that you need to remember when you're trying to get really toned and defined arms. Spot reduction doesn't work. So forget about it and start focusing on exercises that work your entire body, melt fat from your entire body, including your arms, and boost your metabolism so you just burn off that extra fat while you're sitting on the couch watching TV. So that's your lesson for this week. Again, if you want step-by-step how-to instructions, follow along videos and all that kind of stuff, head over to GoSleeveless.com, grab your DVD, and make sure you download. Once you get that DVD, you'll be able to download your ebook right away and get started on the manual while you're waiting for your DVD to ship. So if you want to get started tonight, today, this morning, head over there, grab that, and make sure you download your ebook copy as well. Until next time, take care of yourself. I'll be back next week with another video, and we'll talk more about other tips to get you toned and sculpted arms. I'm Coach Ryland from GoSleeveless.com. I'll talk to you later.